Happy Thursday, you two.
Pow. Sorry, is that something we're doing? Pow.
No, it's now. You can if you want. Andy, come on. Don't leave us hanging.
Come on, Andy. Come on. Get those guns out. Come on. No.
Okay. Fair enough.
Pow. Or McPow.
Pow.
How are we on this Thursday evening? How are we doing, lads? All right?
Good. Got some good comics to talk about tonight, haven't we?
Yeah, we have.
Looking forward to that.
Some good covers as well, guys. I mean,
A nice variety, yeah.
We stopped the Hornet's Nest with these three choices, so it'll be interesting to see who comes up champ.
It got some really, really good feedback. Like, got some good feedback on Instagram, which is what we aim to do. We aim to tickle the algorithm, tickle. But yeah, but it started here. It was all right. I thought it's going to be interesting. But it's been a good week for comics. Last week, this week, I've read some good comics. I don't know about you, but it has been. Comics are picking up now that it's getting into the latter part of middle of the year and stuff like that. But yes, I'm looking forward to this one. And as always, the chat is buzzing from the start. We've got Chris Bell, good evening crew. We have Deadman eating a killer chili, waiting for the best Thursday show of the week. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much. Too much? No, that's fine. That's
not enough.
Not enough, yeah, that's it. Jason, good evening, sir. Evening, everyone. And we've got Wayne Deacon. Good evening, Wayne. Leon Russell. We have Mr. Von Hoot, and we've got Kevin as well. Thank you very much for joining. So, obviously, it's been a good week for comics. The two comics that got chosen were outstanding. We've read all of them so far, but we get onto that soon. First thing to do is take it to the business end, as always, and that is none other than... Killer covers. That's it. We're on the killer covers. April 24th. This is the last week in April. And I thought we'd go out with some bat-tastic covers. Right?
You sounded so London there. April 24th.
In
April 24th. In it.
All right, Governor.
What, mate? Let's get some pie mash on. Let's get some killer covers on. Let's sit back, have a beer.
Some jelly deals, innit?
Oh, don't get me started, mate. Pie mash jelly deals. Or get these some cockles. You're down in London, Peter, on Sunday.
I am.
So I might treat us.
I am.
I might treat us to some cockles and jelly deals.
I'd rather lick me own arsehole. I'm not even touching jelly deals.
Fucking hell! Wow, that is great. Well, you are in central London.
Can somebody cut that and just load that to all your social medias?
Definitely,
that is what the year so far.
My name's Triple G. I'm the king of YouTube, and I can lick my own arsehole. Why not?
I didn't say I could. I couldn't bend around that.
Well,
far.
you know what?
No, you will. It definitely gets monetized.
And you are a man of many talents, so I would not put it past you, Peter.
It's true.
With that said, business end, killer covers, April 24th, which was yesterday. Up first. Oh, it's basically which face was done better.
Listen, still my beating heart. Black Arrow issue number 23. This is a Bud City Comics C2E2 variant cover. One of 3 that they brought out. No spoilers. I love this cover. I love Jenny Frison. And I love Bird City Comics. I love C2E2. Give me this. If anybody can get this for me, that would be fantastic. I think it's only in America you can pick it up at the C2E2 event, so I would love to have this in hand.
Andy, sorry,
C2E2, what's that again?
It's a big convention, I believe, in America.
Is it Chicago, isn't it? Is it Chicago?
I think it's I love it. Chicago.
Just because I might know a couple of people who might be going. So Rob might go up, or Ephraim might go. So if you, maybe I'll tap them up and see if we can get a copy.
Bless you. Absolute bless you. So yeah, guys, this is my pick of the week. I love again, Jenny Frison's eyes. I love I just love it. The hair, I think, is fantastic. It's kind of got that sort of 60s feel about it. It's like old school Batgirl.
Yeah.
I just love the colour work on this as well. So yeah, this was my pick of the week. What do you think, guys?
Well, do you know what? I'm a nod between this one and the one that I picked. And the more and more I look at this, I'm like, why didn't I pick that?
What, mate?
It is wicked. It is. No, I didn't know yours about yours, Pete. I'm still annoyed about how you dissed mine and this comic the other week. So I'm still bit with you, mate. Right, but it's a gorgeous comic, Andy. You've done it again, mate. When in doubt, pick Frisson.
No, he hasn't. I do like this. I'm not going to lie, I do like this. But, and I can't remember who it was. I can't remember if it was Chris Bell or someone like that. But someone said that her mouth's a bit twisted. And since I've said that, I can't. But since I've said that, I can't not say it. It's a bit of a Sylvester Stallone kind of. No, do you know what I mean? It's a bit like I'm Batgirl. Do you know what I mean? I can't not look at that now.
I thought that was the case you made when you were licking your own. You know.
I've got like it's like Leon Wessels has just said. I hear it's a Geordie delicacy.
It is.
Found someone's new ringtone. Is that the one he just did, or I can lick my own asshole? I can't unsee it now though, but it's not that off-putting. I still think it's an amazing cover. I really, really do. I think it's good. So, yes,
it is good. I do. I'll be honest with you. I like all three of these. I think these would look really nice in anyone's kind of display. You know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And Chris Bell has said this particular week's killer cover segment is both ridiculous and a bit cruel. All perfectly serviceable covers of the style of each artist. Pitting them against each other is unkind.
Have you seen the segment we do called "Oh My Eyes"?
If you haven't seen that, sit back, relax, and enjoy. So up next is this one.
Oh my eyes!
Bird City Comics C2E2 Derek Chew foil Virgin variant cover. I love this, and I know exactly what you're looking at, Peter. You're looking at a head going, why has someone smashed her head? It looks like it's been caved in. And as soon as I picked this and put it on Instagram, I was like, how did I not notice that before? That it looks like she's been smacked with a frying pan, just boom. Then, but I've gone with it. I'm sticking by it. It's a great cover. Love Derek Chew's work, and I think this is good. It is. Look at them lips. Look at that nose. Look at the colour. Look at the glare off of the helmet. Look at the glare off of her chest.
The glare off her what?
Her chest. Look at them batons fanning out over her.
Where's her eyes?
Bustards. She doesn't need eyes. It's like this is like a daredevil mask.
Is it a homage to The Walking Dead when the guy gets hit with the baseball bat and his head gets caved in, and his eyes move? Is that what it's meant?
Glenn got hit on the side of the head and over the head. This is at the front.
Maggie.
I've got so many sound bites from you, and it's only 8 minutes in. Keep going, Pete. Keep going. This is comedy gold.
No, to be fair, this is really cool. I do like.
And now
this
you're being fair.
I do. I like the shiny black latex. Mm-hmm. It looks nice. I do like it. It's good. Yeah.
Andy, what has he had? What has he had today?
Whatever it is, can I have 2 doses of it, please?
Sponsored.
Yeah, sponsored by Pepsi.
This is not a paid promotion, by the way.
I think this cover's okay, but I think, in fairness to Derek, he's up against 2 absolute bangers when it comes to covers.
One's a reprint.
One is a reprint as well. Listen, Peter, if you look at section 2, subsection 4.4 of the rules of this competition, you will see that reprints are questionable. So that's all I can say.
Did you not once submit? Was it not a graphic novel?
Moving on. Right, anyway, Chris has said this one makes a mockery of the most serious competition. Kevin has said that one sold out on their website, but the other 2 are still available. There we go. See, I'm onto something here. Rambo lips, obviously related to your one, Andy. Fuzzy Dunlop. Greetings, can't stay. Big love to all. Andy wins, no foil in it. There we go. Dead Man, they have a 9.8 for just over 100 on the Frisson cover on eBay already.
Wow.
This particular lady just wanders around saying what all the time. She can't hear shit. And they're still available on Bird City website. There we go. The feedback on these covers has been going on Instagram and it's carried on into the chat. So this is mine, Bird City Comics C2E2 Derek Chew foil Virgin variant cover, the flat slab-head version. And then we've got this one. She's looking up at her head going, someone smashed you in the head.
Yeah, cool. Yeah.
She's like,
She's looking at the other 2.
Am I a reprint?
She's looking at the other two covers saying, what the fuck? What is that shit?
How come you're not a reprint?
No, this come on now. This is just stunning. This is a reprint. Yes, it's a reprint. Let's be honest, it's a reprint. I get that. But is a sexy reprint, isn't it? Look at the face. She can hear. This one's not got a squashed face. She's not going to think that. You know, this is perfection. This is perfection. This one.
If it's perfection, why has it been done again?
Because it's perfection. Because
it's foil.
It's foil. This one. It's shiny. Shiny perfection.
It's been reprinted in foil. I have the original of this. Joshua Middleton is an absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, he's wicked.
Banging on about for years and years. The original of this is absolutely stunning. I'd love to see the foil in hand just to see how good it turns out and how good it looks.
Yeah.
But you can't go wrong with this. Like, they were on to a winner. I just think Bud City have absolutely knocked this out the park by reprinting this in foil and doing the other two covers.
I absolutely agree, but I do sometimes wonder. You know, it would be really cool if the foil covers weren't pure foil. Like, I'd like just certain elements. Do you know what I mean? To be foiled rather than the entire thing. I think would look pretty cool. Like a ginger hair, sparkly ginger hair. Do you know what I mean?
There we go. This one can hear the screams. Charlie's can't. The chance of Frisson does birds best. There really isn't much difference between them. Do you know what I really like about it? And it's really good because we've chosen three of the same covers for the same comic. Each artist has done the character different, and it looks like they're from three different stories. Do you know what I mean? This looks like a mature
Peter
Frisson.
Stop it.
This one looks like a
forehead
Batgirl, and this one looks like she's young and she's like, oh my god, my two aunties have been going at it. I need to take over. Do you know what I mean? But there we go. These are now live on the community tab. We will find out which Batgirl did it best. Yeah, as agreed, spot foil is nearly always better.
Yeah, I agree.
And then stylistically, it's Frisson, but I wouldn't pick it any other week. Ridiculous. There we go. So if there's one week when Chris will pick a Frisson cover, this was it. So everyone's a winner, aren't they, Andy? Hey, but they are three fantastic covers, to be fair.
Yeah.
So when did the first one of this come out?
That was 2018. I'm going to say. I think it's
okay.
It's not that old a cover. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. I've checked the website and it looks as if they're sold out. I don't want to pay a huge amount of money, so if anybody can get this one at cost price or free, that would be amazing. Thanks.
What's the price point on the original of this particular one, Andy? Do you know? Because it's a popular cover, isn't it? I've seen it.
Yeah. 50, 60 quid raw and in good condition. If you can get a 9.8, you're talking hundreds of quid.
Oh wow.
Easy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. No, it's a good. I don't think I've seen the original. I don't know where it's gone. But okay, cool. Right, so moving on. We are my eyes. We've mixed up this week. We've gone from good covers to shit covers. April 24th. This is the segment of the show where you look at the covers and you think, why the fuck? Why? Up first. Oh
God.
Oh.
Plum pocket. That's what you used to call me at school.
That's how you used to look at school.
wow.
You're right. I had the hat. Yeah.
I'm not talking about the one in the hat.
Ooh, actually, I'm liking the. See, this is so bad, Andy, that my eyes focused on the horrific image of the. What is it? A donkey smoking a cigarette in the person. But now I'm intrigued and slightly aroused by the dog giving us kind of dirty come to bed eyes in the moon.
Yes.
I didn't notice that sultry little
doggy moon, doggy style moon.
Listen, this book gives you everything, and this is the third printing of this.
Wow.
I'm googling after I'm finished to see what the first and second print look like.
I can confirm they look exactly the same.
Is it just the same, just different colours and stuff like that? Is it? Yeah. This, do you know when you say a book catches your eye? This caught my eye and
I wants to fucking pull them out.
Just punch me right in the face. This cover has everything. It's just not in a good way.
I'm looking at it now. The first print is exactly the same as the second print, and the second print is exactly the same as the third print. It's exactly the same comic.
I kind of want this. I want to pick this up.
This is
Anybody else
hideous.
want
I've,
a
I've
giveaway?
got to say, no, this is hideous. I don't like it one bit.
I mean, what is it that Peter always says? Art is in the eye of the beholder, or whatever it is.
Subjective.
Yeah,
Subjective.
Subjective.
yeah.
Yeah, it's not my cup of tea.
No. I mean,
It's
would
a
you
little
want
bit. Sorry, mate. It's a little bit anime, isn't it? When you look, I mean, it's mental. It's mental. You know, the whatever it is, the horse thing and the dog and stuff. But if you look at the main character with the green kind of hat in, you can kind of just. Why is his face dripping and covered in white stuff? I'm just noticing that now.
because of the dog? Look at him.
No,
Slaughtered mud.
they all look like they've been sprayed with something and they've got white stuff dripping off their faces.
It's raining, Peter. It's raining. It's
Oh.
wet.
Maybe it's the leaking coming from the plum pocket.
Maybe.
It's because I was because I was
Oh,
excited.
Chris. And that's a good bottom lip that horse thing's got, isn't it? Look at it. It's got a nice chunky red lip.
Yeah, that is. Oh,
Got everything.
You're moving
I'm mesmerised. Oh, I love this cover.
No, Andy, no.
Stunning.
Fucking awful. Now, I have to confess, I am not a big fan of Frank Miller's style at times. I think some of his classic stuff's amazing. I think some of his recent stuff is awful. This I just can't stand. And do you know what? I think I will probably be more accepting of it if it's the legs. No, it's the leg. Well, yeah, the beard as well, but it's the legs. I can't take my eyes off the perfect kind of crescent groin action going on there without any kind of definition or lines. It's just, yeah, and the thumbs and it's like we say, art is subjective. This is just not for me. This is dog shit.
I think we showed this a couple of weeks ago. I remember seeing this, and Andy, I remember you saying you liked it. I fucking hated it when I see it the first time, and the second time round, I was like, it's so shit, but I don't know why I can't. There's something that I like about it, and I don't know what it is. I think it's that bad that I'm just like, I don't know.
This is a 1 in 100 as well.
That's really.
Listen, guys, I hear what you're saying, but you're wrong. This is stunning. This is a great cover. You should leave Frank Miller alone. I wouldn't personally pay for the 1 in 100 of this, but I have ordered the trade dress cover of this. I think it's great.
I think Leon's talking about the previous one. My dentist has got his cover up, and so do you. He runs out of Novikin. Yeah, see what I mean? You know what I mean? Daredevil 8 as a B cover by Miller.
Yeah.
Formed. Yeah, I've
Saw
seen
that
that one. Yeah. Is that when his arms are massive?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's shocking. Yeah, I'm not. It's like he's hurdling something. I don't know what the fuck he's hurdling, but it's massive.
The moon.
And it's just Miller's hands just upset us as well. Just how big and chunky they are and stuff. You cannot tell me, Andy, that looks right. The lightsaber and stuff.
Look at his thumbs.
But I think the reason why I like it is because there's so many other covers specifically for this run that are perfect, that are what you would expect, and I think this is the only cover that you do take a second glance at and go, well, that's a bit different. Now, it might not be everybody's cup of tea, but it's
We've spent 5 minutes talking about it, so there's something going on.
It's definitely different, and I think Frank Miller has definitely captured the style, and we're talking about it, and people will talk about it, whether it's...
Is it a 1 in 100, though?
Does Darth Maul in the lore have kind of a tash and stubble and stuff like that?
No, but he has sexy fingers.
Okay.
My question is
No,
this a 1 in 100?
It doesn't... You defeat the point. This isn't the point. The point is that it's got us talking, and that means people will pick this up, and I guarantee when this goes on for general sale that people will pay over the odds for it on eBay just because people are talking about it?
No,
Just
don't like it.
not my cup of tea, I'm afraid.
No. Moving on.
Right. So I thought, to be fair, I thought it was slim pickings this week in terms of bad covers, and this isn't necessarily just a kind of a shit cover. This is just a. I just don't understand it. Why were, what's the bums bit? Do you know what I mean? I don't. It's just a strange design for us. I don't hate it. I don't not like it. But I just find it weird.
So my assumption is this must be a wraparound. Yeah, let's say.
Yeah, it's a wraparound.
Yeah, it's
So-
wraparound, yeah.
So I'm guessing that it must all reveal itself on the other side. There must be some sort of purpose to it.
I don't know.
Yeah, shit.
I must admit, it was slim pickings though this week for.
It was.
Yeah.
It was. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't pick anything. I kind of let you two run away with this because I was like, there's nothing else left. I don't know what. This is it's kind of an arse about face. This comic really.
It's just weird.
Yeah, it's. I haven't
I'm
been
Googling to
reading
see what the other
Avengers,
side is.
so I don't. Oh, it's reverse of the original.
Ah, right. Got you. Got you.
Right.
So is it-
So
Right. So the original is them running towards us.
Okay.
Is that right?
Okay.
Is that
Yeah,
right?
yeah. So there must be an original book out there with that exact scene with the characters running towards
Right. Okay.
the reader. Okay.
And the-
It's an interesting gimmick, I
The
suppose.
Avengers is back to front on the back cover. So it's
I've just been
inverse.
slated. Why isn't that true Batgirl in this section?
Fair point, Dan. Fair point.
Yeah, fair point.
Because it was in cover of the week. Okay. Don't let the door hit you on the way out, Dan. All right?
It was a weak cover. To be fair.
It was a weak cover. Yeah, it was a weak cover. The Avengers got raptured. There we go. And boom, it's genius. There we go. But yeah, it was slim pickings this week.
I want to see what the reverse of this is now, but someone let me know in the comments what
Right.
what the original issue is with them running towards. Who's it a homage of as well? Is it a Prez cover homage? I just don't understand.
Yeah, I'm
It's
confused.
now in the chat. I've put it in our private chat, and you can open it up and feast your eyes on the
Ah, right. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Avengers.
Oh, right. Okay.
Okay.
It's not
Guys,
great. It's not great.
that's it in the chat now, boys and girls. So you can have a wee look
I
at it.
think that's a Perez from the. Do you remember when Perez and what do you call him, Kurt Kubuski? Kubuski, is it? Relaunched Avengers 20 years ago or something.
yeah.
I think that's the first issue. Now I've seen the full thing. I think it's the reverse of that original cover.
Still not
Right.
great though. Still not great.
It's, I mean, yeah, it needs. Yeah, I just don't understand it.
Yeah. So yeah, three pretty shit covers this week. One of them we don't understand. The other one we just don't need, and the one before was just horrendous. That's on the dentist's wall. So and that's where it can stay. So, but moving swiftly onto good news. The two covers that were chosen this week was Avengers Twilight issue number 5 and Kill Your Darlings issue number 8, which is the final issue. This was for week 16, which was last week. Up first, we've got Kill Your Darlings issue number 8, written by Ethan S. Parker and Griffin Sheridan, with the art by David Watcher. And we have the main cover by Bob Quinn, and we have the cover B by Ryan Stegman. We've read this from start to finish. I'm hoping, Andy, did you manage to up to date on this? You are, aren't you?
Yes. So I had a look back, and I'd read up to issue number 3. So I went back to issue number 1 and read the whole lot. And I very quickly messaged Peter and said, Peter, you were absolutely right. This is superb.
Mm-hmm.
I can't recommend reading this whenever the trade paperback comes out, and consume it all in one, because I found it quite difficult to follow at points.
Yeah.
And it just made it so much easier whenever I read it from start to finish.
Yeah. Peter?
I friggin' love this book. I absolutely love this book. I have from the start. We've been engaged from day one, really. I love the art style. I love the twists and turns. All three of these panels are phenomenal. It's got a stunning ending. that I wasn't kind of expecting, if I'm being honest. I also loved the little epilogue at the end. I thought that was just beautiful,
Yeah.
you know. I really enjoyed it. And just so you know, guys, I have been in touch. I'm just trying to remember which one it was. Griffin Sheridan. I've been in touch with Griffin Sheridan. He's going to do an interview with me and get Ethan involved. And I did ask him. I said, you know, I'm gutted this is ending. And he said, oh, I'm sorry, mate, it is the end. So I said, is it though? Because in this book, there's an 8-year time jump.
Yeah.
I said, so you've got 8 years. And then he kind of laughed and said, yeah, there is that untold time, isn't there? And ... So I think we're getting more in this universe. I think we're going to get those 8 years at some point.
Well, the thing is, right, so I think it was after issue 3 or 4 when I think I spoke to him and he said, like, you've got a mid break coming up and then we're going to go back into it and it's going to get deeper. I said to him then, I said, is this going to carry on? Like, because this could be like a second arc. And he was like, you know what, we get that question all the time. And I was like, and he was like, yeah, we get it all the time.
Yeah.
And it just didn't kind of go anywhere with it. But I think this could be, I love this. I just thought this was great. I thought the way that it played out, I think that what happened between like the battle between good and evil, like the middle panel I've picked there was just, I thought overall it was just such a great story. And the ending of it, I really didn't see it happening.
Yeah.
I think I kind of always had the inkling that Rose was going to kind of do the good deed and try and put the world to rights and try and get everyone on a level playing field and have the good versus evil and like the what is it, like the good witch and the bad witch, and they come together and they kind of level things out. But then even that, I didn't see the bad witch like going into the demons that she'd broken and kind of just saving the world is what she started out to do anyway. It's going to be interesting because obviously Rose has kind of embodied this full of her being a full witch, and she's kind of like opened the door and she's gone into the real world now. I just thought the end panel with the little girl meeting, what's the elephant called? What's his name?
Oh, man, I can't remember.
Really?
Humphrey, I can't remember.
I just thought it was great. She like runs up to him, she like greets him and stuff like that, and I was like, this is wicked. Like, it's coming to the real world now. The battle scenes were awesome.
Oh, amazing.
It was gory in parts where it needed to be gory. It was, the panel on the left hand side was very much like I Hate Fairyland, like all the animals coming together to kind of I just thought it was a fun story, and for 8 issues I've been engaged. I did lose not concentration, but I did lose parts, as Andy said, in like, I think it was like issues 5 and 6 or something, where I kind of was like, I think I need to reread the previous issues to find out where we are and stuff. So looking forward to that coming out as a trade paperback, because you can just read it in one blitz and get it sorted. But yeah, I just love the end when they just all come through the door.
I loved as well that, you know, you get that build up for a couple of panels of a healing the planet, healing the world, and then just saying, I can't do it. You know, I thought, actually, you know what, that's great that they've not just, everything's fixed, everything's great, everything's tickety-boo, let's end the series, you know?
Yeah.
I thought that was quite brave, really. And whoever's picked this first page here, I love that bit where the bad creature gets kind of popped and turned back into the little creature. I just love that image. I think it's great.
Yeah.
There was a what I call a do a power bomb moment.
Yeah.
And it was when the witch that couldn't burn meets up with the main character,
the little girl.
Says, we are basically the same.
Yeah.
And it's at that moment that you go back to the very first couple of pages of the first book, and you realise that she's went through life as a witch, been persecuted for being a witch, and so has the little girl. She was persecuted by her mum and treated the same way as the girl that couldn't burn was treated. And effectively, the two of them are the same, just in different lives. Yeah. I just thought the writing in this, like, I must admit, when I was reading it issue by issue, I found it really, really challenging to keep on top of it and link it up, because some parts of it are quite complex, I thought, at stages. But honestly, you need to pick this up as a trade paperback, because it is an absolute joy to read from start to finish.
But even the art on it, I was going to say, like, the artwork is stunning. It keeps you engaged, and I think it works really well with the writers, because sometimes you can you get two writers together and they've got different ways that they want to tell the story and stuff like that. Because obviously we've seen it. I think we see it like Ram V, and we see it with Al Ewing when they was doing was it Venom they were doing and
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Hulk and stuff. They was like changing stories and stuff, and it didn't work as well because they weren't working in parallel. But when these two writers have been working together, you can see the end game that they've both got to. They've both agreed with the artist. It looks amazing, and it was just such an engaging story. And straight from the off, I kind of knew that this was going to be something that I was going to be chomping at the bit to read. And it's definitely one that I'm going to be picking up in trade paperback to read it over again, because I think now that you kind of know the ending of the story and how they portrayed this, there's going to be bits throughout the story that you're going to think, why didn't I notice that before?
It's funny, you know, when we look back at what we've been talking about over the last however many months in terms of comics, my reading style really has changed. And I don't know if it's because I'm getting older or what, but I prefer my comics almost like movies. I like a complete story. I can't be chewed with ongoings anymore. Do you know, like picking up an issue of Spider-Man that I know has been going for 40 years beforehand and is going to go for 40 years after.
Yeah.
I find it hard to really engage with that. Whereas a 6 to 8 issue miniseries, which has got a start, a middle, and an end, I'm completely with it. You know, I do agree with you, Andy Mind. My preference is to read in one go rather than 8 months worth of book. Do you know?
Yeah, definitely for this one. I think if we're going to get like a second arc or something like that, I would almost like to see what they've done with, not with Feral, what was the other one? Stray Dogs, where they actually took each of the characters and they've done a little bit of a synopsis and backstory.
I would
Because I
love
think
to see a spin-off with Wallace. That's his
Yeah,
Wallace.
it's
I'd love to see a spin-off with him and
He
how
filled in the gaps, and
wicked.
you know, whilst like what were all those characters doing in that world? What happened to it in that process? I think that would be great.
Like David Boo has done it with Kanto numerous times. Like he's taken Kanto and then he's reinvigorated Kanto in a different and told this story of Kanto through a different character's perspective. So I think this would lend itself well, because I mean, look, Something is Killing the Children's done it numerous times, where they've done it with Erica Slaughter and then they've told it from the different houses.
Yeah.
This could easily lend itself to that. You could tell the story from Wallace. You could tell it from the story of the boyfriend that becomes her husband. You could also then do another time jump to where her daughter that she's writing with, has she become a witch? How is she dealing with it? Does she know that she's got powers and stuff like that? There's so much in so many areas you could take this story.
The girl that was left at the side of the road, how did she get there? What happened? What was the backstory? I think that would be a great couple of issues to do. I'm interested if the chat, if you are you reading this? If you are, just let us know in the chat if you are having reading it, what you think of it. And if not, are you going to pick up the trade paperback? As I said, I would highly recommend it. I would give this particular issue 9 out of 10. And for the whole story, I'd give it at least 9 out of 10 as well. Really solid.
I agree.
Overall, it's just been consistently like gripping. Even like I think it was issue 5 where we kind of just was like, that's it. That's where it was the mum of the girl that was killed and stuff like that. I just think it's great. I just think they've smashed it out. So
Love
Parker and Sheridan, well done. Well done. So that was that, starting greatness on that. Then we're now over to Marvel's best comic in recent years. I'm standing by that. This is Avengers Twilight, issue number 5, written by Chip Zdarsky, and the art is by Daniel Acuna. Main cover by Alex Ross. We've got the Benjamin Sue Lightning Bolt variant cover that also comes in a Virgin cover as well. We've got the 1 in 25 Tony S. Daniel variant cover, and we have the 1 in 50 Cafu Virgin variant. Peter, you're a massive Avengers fan, Mr. Marvel. What have you thought about this?
Just amazing. I absolutely love this series, and every issue. Do you know how when we're reading these mini-series, it's quite often there's a bit of a dip, or there's an issue that you think, not so good, or whatever. I've been kind of waiting for that to happen, and it's just not happening. The story for this is amazing. Red Skull, when Red Skull lifts his helmet up and he's got the plugs into his eyes and stuff like that, just
Well, that one.
Yeah, just gross, It's not afraid to be quite, balls to the wall. I mean, the president gets killed in this and all kinds of stuff. I'm liking the art style. But the thing that's most important for me is I've been a Thor fan for a lot of years. Love Captain America as well. Yeah. These are just written as I always wanted them to be written, and I hear them in my head. Yeah. Every time Thor speaks, I have a little grin, because it's like, yeah, that's the Thor I want. That's what don't give us Love and Thunder bollocks. That's what I want. I want Thor being Thor, you know?
Yeah.
And I just love it. And then the twist at the end of this really pissed us off because I've seen the covers and I still didn't click to the twist at the end, you know? So yeah, I couldn't recommend this book enough. Again, read it as a trade paperback. It's only, was it 6 issues or something in total?
Yeah.
It's only 6 issues. It's a great little read. Love it.
I've got to give massive thanks to you, Peter, for pointing this in my direction, because again, this would have been, with Marvel, I'm kind of like, depends on what day of the week. If it's a good comic, I'll read it. If not, I've been on this from the start since you kind of said it to me, and I've caught up with it. And as you said a minute ago, this was written like a movie. Like the action, I actually felt like I was watching action scenes instead of reading them. And I just think the art in this is amazing. Like Daniel Acuna has absolutely smashed it. I would go too far to say that this is one of the best books Chip Zdarsky's writ in recent years.
Yeah.
Like 100%. I'm constantly reading it on the edge of my seat thinking, oh! And that panel on the right hand side, the furthest one, them battle scenes are something out of an Avengers movie.
Yeah.
And it's exactly how you want to see these characters. Like there's the goriness of when like Red Skull's mask is going through his eyes. There's him where he's arguing with Ultron, and he literally turns on him, and Ultron finds out that he literally had no intention of sticking to their plan. I still think there's a bigger twist to come than the one that happened at the end of the comic. I don't want to give it away because people might not have read it, but this was sublime. This was Marvel at their best, dare I say it.
I kind of think, sorry Andy, I kind of think Ultron's been too easily dealt with.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And I have to say as well, because I'm gushing about this book, he was only in it for maybe 2 panels, but I absolutely loved Luke Cage's little appearance as well.
Yeah.
He says, what is it, I'm bulletproof and I hate fascists, and just walks into it. I just thought, yeah, give us more of this, please.
Andy?
Best Marvel book out.
Yeah.
Potentially top 5 books out this year thus far. Every single issue has been consistently good. The artwork is fantastic. The pacing of the story is superb. Some of the panel structures as well in this, not to go too technical, it's just, you guys have said it, sorry to repeat, but it does feel like a movie. It feels like you're watching one scene and then it pops into another scene, and it's so, you feel you actually find yourself reading it quite quickly because of the pace of the way that the book is structured. Every single issue at the end has had a oh my god moment. It's like, wow, this is so, and it's like, it's the coolest book out there at the moment. It's like, this is cool, this is what we all wanted. And I think Ultimate Spider-Man as well, we can both relate to this kind of book because we're you know, we're all getting older, and it's just like, you know, this is our sort of story. There's no sort of, it feels like a grown-up story, and I just can't wait for issue number 6 because
my question
is
why has it taken so long for Marvel to pull their finger out and put out 2 amazing comics? And Ultimate Spider-Man issue number 1 was sublime. Issue number 2 was a bit. Issue number 3's been great. This has been consistent all the way through, and I think it's true what Dan's saying. It's hard to believe the same dude has been writing has also done the writing for Batman as well. I'm a massive Batman fan. Like, I'm up to date, or I was until I dropped off I think 140, because the Batman comic has been total rubbish, and I can probably understand why, because Chip Zdarsky's putting so much into this comic, and this is probably getting so much more attention than Batman is, because Batman's just churning out like characters again.
This is a contained story as well, so I think that really helps. I think when you're reading Batman, because you know it's 150 whatever it is issues deep, where can they go with it? I think it's when you get those little small, like 3 issue, 6 issue runs, that's when it piques my interest. Because you'll get a solid start and a solid ending.
One who said this latest issue was awesome, a really solid story. Same Pete, the twist blindsided me and so obvious. It literally totally passed me by, 100%. And I was like, wow, it was so in plain sight, was, as you mentioned, the covers and everything. And then when I got to the last page, I was like, how did I not see that? How?
I think we'll get a brand new character at the end of issue 6. I think we'll get a brand new character.
Do you reckon?
I think you're right, Andy, but I also think so that this book has got some weight to it, I think we'll get a main character death as well. I think the Hulk will kill an
Yeah,
Avenger.
I think it'd be give one, take one. Do you know what I mean? I think it will be.
Will the new character not be Tony Stark's son, suiting up and becoming a hero?
This is what I'm thinking. I think he's going to turn on Red Skull. He's going to see the wood for the trees. He's going to realise that everything he's done, he's been blindsided, and he's going to kind of. I think he's going to have to make a choice, and I think it's just. But this is honestly like a movie. If this was to be animated, this would be awesome. It would be great.
Loving it.
I think, some people are also saying the same thing. It probably has something to do with the editors wanting to draw shit out. There we go. And Deadman, looking forward to reading this in trade due to your enthusiasm. Thank you very much. Going back to Kill Your Darlings, Promiscuous Time Traveler said, I read issue 1 and liked it. Now I trade, wait, or read it online until they release the collected edition. Leon has said, probably wouldn't have read Kill Your Darlings, but the three of you have been so enthusiastic that I'm going to get the trade. Glad we could help you spend money. That's what we're here for. But yeah, this has been great, and I can't wait. I think, when's the next issue out? Is it in a couple of weeks? And then I think the trade is out in August, I believe. But yeah, I'll definitely be picking that up. So, and there's been some great covers as well. I mean, these lightning bolt ones have been great, because they've all been different colours of the character, so they would look great together. This 1 in 50 is awesome.
I think it's really interesting that for a lot of these covers, even though I'm a massive Alex Ross fan, the Alex Ross covers have almost been the least interesting for us. Yeah. I've liked some of the others more, you know?
Yeah. No, they've been great. And so, have Marvel finally pulled their finger out? I would say so. Yes. So, up we are now with the Killer Indie Picks for May 1st, which is obviously next week. Up first, another spanker, Andy.
I can't wait for this. This is one of the other books that's on the list where you're just so looking forward to reading the next issue to see what it has. Again, great writing, great artwork, and funny. And it's got funny bits in this book. But I think there's definitely a serious undertone that Ryan Parrott is definitely going for as the writer. So this is issue number 3 that's coming out, and I'm all in for this. This will probably be on the list to read out, I think, lads.
Yeah.
This cover, I said it last week, I think this cover reminds me of Department of Truth and also The Purge.
Yeah.
It looks very much like The Purge, when they knock at the door and they look through and it's still all kicking off. This has been great. And I said it again when it was, when did we mention this? We mentioned this last week, didn't we? I think we did. This, for me, I still think the sister, she's got a massive part to play in it. And I just think it's great. And I love the fact that it's written by the Power Rangers writer, Ryan Parrott. And I think many people thought, he's been on Power Rangers for so long, is he going to be able to turn his head to anything else and do it? He's done this. This is awesome. I think this comic for many might have gone under the radar, but it's absolutely awesome. Jump on it.
Love it. It's a great series.
If I missed who the character is, the way that it's split up, and you've obviously got the character that you can see the ears on both sides, but in the middle you can see that there's like a blue character and it's got the sort of grey hair at the top. Have I missed who that is during this book, or is this going to be like a new reveal?
Isn't it the it's not the goat, is it? Everyone loves the goat.
No, I don't think so. I was wondering if it was his wife. She
turned up. Yeah, she turned up. Yeah.
She wasn't definitely that colour, and she didn't have that hair. But yeah, interesting to see what that is.
What have we got? We've got Deadman. Almost Dead 2 finally came out after 5 months. Still pretty good. Hopefully the hiatus is finished and it will now come out monthly. Almost Dead. Yeah, I've enjoyed that. I did enjoy that. The Infernals is a must read, and it's Kevin's favourite book currently.
Is it? So I've not really looked at it in close enough. That's more than 2 faces, Andy. Is it a multiple faces?
Yeah.
Because there's the lips. If you look at the lips, there's definitely is it going to be all of the kids? Do you know what I mean? All of the children or something?
Or joined up, sort of thing.
I don't know. It's an interesting one.
That is interesting. Maybe we'll find out. Wouldn't it be good if it was 3 covers? You turn the first one, then the second one, and the third one.
Yeah,
that'd be cool. The Blood No, the Blood Brothers' mother. Jesus, try saying that after a couple of pints.
Yeah.
Blah, 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 blah,
Yeah.
blah, blah.
This is through Distillery. It's Brian Azzarello doing writing and Eduardo Russo doing art duties. This was probably one of the only books from an indie perspective, apart from Infernos, that sort of caught my eye. It talks about it being like an old western type book. 3 children set off across the wild Texas frontier to rescue their mother, kidnapped by ruthless outlaws who gunned down their preacher father. Throughout their journey, they'll face the harsh elements of an unforgiving landscape, deadly animals hungry for blood, merciless bounty hunters, and so much more. This is 48 pages. It's another sort of $8.99 book, and it says it's for fans of 1883, Blood, Meridian, and Good, the Bad, and the Ugly.
We had this discussion. Sorry, Pete. We had this discussion the other week. Do we think Distillery are going to do anything big?
I don't know.
Depends what big is. Like, what, you know, like selling lots. I mean, I'm sure they're selling lots and lots of books and stuff like that. I think this is just an opportunity for artists to get out stories that they want to, and you know, it's going to be their stories. They'll own these stories, sort of thing. So, sorry, Peter, go on.
Is this going to have a twist then? Because I'm just thinking of the synopsis you've read there. What did it say? Such and such, and so much more, or whatever. Because that kind of dust cloud at the back there looks like a skull, but it looks more like an alien, like a grey to me.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's going to have a sci-fi element to it.
Yeah, I'm just reading the rest of it. It's quite a long synopsis. There doesn't seem to be anything that suggests that. It talks about terrible cost of revenge, not just in lives, but in how it stains a soul. Okay. So it might be like the aliens sort of taking over them. I don't know. Or need to read and find out.
I mean, yeah, I'm not really sure. Maybe I'll give it a read, but I think I'm probably much like Von Hoot. I like the idea, but until I hear it good, I'm not going to take the chance. I've never heard of that publisher, Distillery. Basically, it's the co-owner of Comixology has taken over. He started a new company with various amounts of writers and artists, and they've tried something new, and they've been around for about a year now. Is that correct? I think they launched just before last Thought Bubble, didn't they?
Yeah, Thought Bubble, wasn't it?
Yeah. Did anyone else think the sort of this one in The Devil's Cut was one of the weakest stories?
I completely forgot about it, Bad Dan. I can't even remember reading that, to be honest.
Actually, now that you mention it.
No. Yeah, so that's Distillery, the Blood Brothers' mother. There we go. Peter.
Do you know what? I know shite all about Space Ghost. I remember the cartoon, I think, Coast to Coast. I know he's big in America. I know there was a series, I don't know, 10 years or so ago that had Alex Ross doing some of the cover work on it. Now, David Proposi, I like him. I think he's done some really, really good work. So I'm intrigued by this. I want to see what it's all about. My only hesitation is it's Dynashite, isn't it? So I'm not convinced with some of their recent books. You know, I feel like they've been a bit of a letdown. But the covers have got us intrigued. I think I would like to know more about Space Ghost because he is such a pop culture kind of character. So even if I just read a couple of issues of this just to kind of get into my head who he is and what he's about, that'll probably do us, you know. But I'm going to give it a go. I think.
I just get pure Moon Knight vibes from this, and I'm really not interested at all.
Yeah.
I think it's because I don't know.
See what Peter says first.
Yeah.
Peter likes it, then I'll go for it.
Yeah.
If Peter likes it and Andy likes it, then I might, but I'm not going to be jumping on that. Then up next we've got Crave. Right, I've been going on about this. We had Rumpus Room last week. This is Crave. We're at the final issue now. This is written and the art is by Maria Lovett. Final issue. David arrives just in time to cancel Charlotte's craving and have the conversations they should have had long ago. Alexandra steps in to assist Sophia and Albert, successfully driving Duncan away from his office. But will they manage to stop Crave for good, or will their efforts be in vain? So basically, Crave is a app that's been created to people put in the question, and it will give you the answer of what you want to hit, and you can act on it. You can kind of crave for the attention. So if someone's craving to, I don't know, kill someone, it will egg them on. It will kind of, the app will tell them, the AI will act in a way, and it will play on your emotions, and it will say, well, you need to do this, you need to do that. To get to that, you've got to get to that. And it kind of all goes tits up, and it opens up, and it breaks away, and it's kind of like world domination. It starts off small, and then it kind of gets bigger and bigger, and then this gang of students kind of break into it and try and defeat it from the inside. And it's got sexual escapades in it. It's got things that you would only find in a rumpus room and stuff like that. But it's quite interesting, and I think the art in it is pretty good as well. So if you do get the chance to read it, there you go. Dead Man. Yes, finally someone else has been reading it. I've been reading Crave, but not sure why. I haven't worked out whether I like it or not. That's exactly how I feel.
I've read the first 2 issues. And I'm not sure I got it. So I think this is the one that I'll wait until it's concluded, and then I'll probably go back and reread it, you know.
Nothing says excitement to me like the word office. There we go. So yeah, that's Crave issue number 6. Then we've got Bear, Pirate, Viking, Queen. This was interesting. From Sean Lewis Kingspawn comes a blood-splattered story of conquest. Bears, pirates, Vikings, and queens, all battling for their claim to determine what the world will become. Rendered in stunning watercolour by artist Jonathan Marks Baravachia, it's a gorgeous story of the blood spilled to make countries and what's cooler than bears, pirates, Vikings, and queens. With 72, so it's a big book with 72 stunning pages. It's sure to be one of the most beautiful and thought-provoking books of the year. As soon as I saw this a couple of weeks ago, I think on, well, it would have been last month, I see it on FOC. This was one I was interested in. Image have been killing it as of late, and I like bears, I like pirates, I like Vikings, I like queens. All of that in one book combined in 72 pages of greatness is definitely one that I'm looking forward to reading.
Yeah, I picked this a little while ago on the show me and Efren did. I was in with the title, and I think, to be honest, even if this is just a book that's pretty to look at, I'll probably be happy, because I think, the whole watercolour element of the bears and things like that, I think this will be good fun. I think it'll be good fun.
And is this something you'd read, mate?
Looks interesting. I like the cover. I like the artwork of the cover. Synopsis sounds good. 72 pages is a big investment to you start reading a book and it's crap. But now that you've mentioned it, mate, I'm intrigued. So I've got FOMO.
Yeah. Dead Man, waiting for this. Another, not sure why. Yeah, that's good, isn't it? And then, last but not least,
Blood Moon.
No, Peter's been reading.
I thought I was waiting for some Blood Moon from you.
Oh,
Blood
well,
Moon
Humbubba issue number 3 has been put back now. That's been put back again. It came out again this week, but it also came out last week and the week before. So, the power of Humbubba. Zorro, Man of the Dead issue number 4. Pete, I know you've been reading this. I've been reading this. I think I'm going to shadow what you said a couple of weeks ago. I never thought I'd see myself reading a Zorro comic and enjoying it as much as I do. But I have to say, I think I'm enjoying the art better than the story.
Yeah.
And I think that's Sean Murphy, because I'm a massive Sean Murphy fan for what he's done with his Murphyverse with Batman and stuff like that. So you kind of gravitate towards his art anyway. But I think he's one of them artists, creative people, that his art is better than his writing style.
Yeah. I mean, I'm thoroughly enjoying this. I'm looking forward to this issue, because I'm still not sure whether this guy's just crazy and he's got a screw loose and he thinks he's Zorro, or if he really has been kind of possessed by the spirit of Zorro from the original sword.
Yeah. This is what I can't work out.
It feels grounded, so I'm expecting that he's just crazy, but you just never know. Do you know what I mean? With Sean Murphy. So yeah, I'm enjoying this. It's an easy read. It's 4 issues, and it's just like you say, it's Zorro. I never thought I would be particularly interested in Zorro, but I'm thoroughly enjoying this little book.
And have you read this or anything?
I think I said last week or the week before, I did plan to actually catch up on this, but with the 8 issues of Kill Your Darlings and guys, Wonder Woman, I don't know what the mad fuss is about. I got 4 pages into the first issue and I was just like, no, I can't do it. Now, it was directly after reading 8 issues of Kill Your Darlings. I don't know if that had anything to do with it, but it was just too much. But no, this is definitely on my list of ones to pick up.
Yeah, no, it's definitely worth it. And I think this again is going to be one, just for the art alone, will be great in a trade paperback.
Yeah.
Like, because what I've noticed, and a lot of artists are doing it now, is that at the end of the trade paperbacks, they're doing all the art, all their line work and stuff like that. And Sean Murphy's stuff sells for thousands on his website. Is I think we showed it on the show a couple of months ago. It was Alice Never After issue number 2, and it was the Sean Murphy one. That was selling for thousands. On the line work, the black and white line work on his website was selling for thousands. And there's art on this that he's posted on his Instagram, that the detailing on it is unreal, is amazing.
It's one of the things that I can't get over that I didn't take the chance to pick up was when I was
Yeah.
at New York Comic Con and I met him, and he was such a nice guy, really nice to talk to. But he had original art there, and it was obviously very expensive. But it was, you know, if you're in New York, you're going to splash out.
Yeah.
But I never bit the bullet and done it, and I probably live to regret it, to be fair. But yeah, as you were saying about the line art, I actually think that his line art is up there with like Greg Capullo's.
Yeah,
I actually
definitely.
prefer the black and white stuff to the colour work.
Yeah. But yeah, this is awesome. If you're not reading it, I would enjoy. Sorry, I was reading Deadpan's comment. Enjoyed number 4. Shame number 4 is the end. Yes.
Yeah.
It's been a good story. But if you're not reading it, jump on it. It's been very enjoyable. So that is the indie picks. Now we've got the killer trades and hardcovers. May 1st, which is next week. Up first. There we go. Let's speak of the devil. She shall appear. No, it's
Thought
not
you would like this one.
Totally.
Like this one.
Yeah, I liked it that much. I forgot to change Rumpus Room TPC. Rumpus Room's been on my mind. Enjoyed that.
Mate, this is Alice Never After, from Charlie's good friend Dan Panosian, however you want to pronounce it.
Yeah.
I think this is one of the other books that we pretty much read every single issue.
Yes, yeah.
Or 1 or 2. And it was definitely a solid read. I actually went back and again reread it from start to finish. And Peter, I know that you struggled a little bit in a couple of the issues. I don't know if you read it from start to finish.
I think I'm going to read the 2 trade paperbacks side by side.
Yeah, I would highly recommend doing that. I found it a lot more cohesive story whenever I've done it from start to finish. Giorgio's artwork is absolutely superb in this, and there's definitely under different meanings to different things. I think we picked up about the baby and stuff like that in the second arc. I'm hoping that there's going to be a third one. Probably Charlie will be able to tell us more, and then just get this in a lovely sort of hardbound, oversized edition would be absolutely spot on.
Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to picking this up. I love this comic. I loved every single issue, and I love this. Andy, you was on the ball from issue number 1 or 2, I think it was, about her being pregnant. And even when we had Dan on the show, he was like, "Hello, are you going to tell us?" And he was like, "I don't know. Maybe I can, maybe I can't." But it's interesting. It was a good way to end. Like, I'm looking forward to seeing if this continues.
There's lots of Easter eggs in every single page.
Lots of Easter eggs.
I think that's the reason why I enjoyed it so much, going back to the start and reading it from back to start to finish, because you actually take time to look at all those Easter eggs as opposed to sort of rushing through it to read it for the show. It was just a leisurely reading. Yeah,
and I love the way that Dan and Giorgio, they change. Like, one will write, one will write Neverland, not Neverland.
Like the real world.
Yeah, one will write
Wonderland.
Wonderland is stuff. Yeah, it's wicked in the way they just cross over. It kind of all fades into one. But the art, again, it's awesome. So if you get a chance to pick it up, please do. This one, I couldn't find this, and then all of a sudden it appeared like magic.
Hey, this is another one I went for. I went for 2 this week. This is Batman 3 Jokers hardcover edition, written by Jeff Jones and Jason Fabok on the art. The reason I went for this one is just because I remember picking up every single cover for this when it came out. Do you remember? I think it was, as far as I remember, this was 3 issues, and each issue had 5 covers.
Yeah,
and a lot of the LCSs and stuff like that were selling the cards separately and stuff like that. So yeah, it sort of brought back, like, that must have been 2-3 years ago. This was it.
Yeah.
It actually brought out memories of being on the show and some of the shows that we've done, because I can remember reviewing this. So yeah, this is your opportunity to pick up in the hardcover, which I think will be. See if this is like sort of get the spot. Is it spot embossed? Is that spot gloss?
Yeah, spot gloss. Yeah.
If they'd done that on this, I think it would look superb.
Cool. Yeah.
There was a panel in this where the Joker opens the door, and I think it's a flashback to where he shoots Barbara Gordon in the back. And the way that Jason Fabok done it was amazing, because there was 3 different Jokers that did the same thing throughout the book, and it was just the way that they told that in different settings was just awesome. It was wicked, yeah. So, but I can't believe this has taken so long to come out.
Yeah.
It's already out in Absolute Edition because I picked this
Yes.
up at Christmas, but I've not read it yet. So I've not read this story. So it's on my shelf waiting to be read. I've heard mixed reviews about it, mind. Some people
Yeah.
struggle with it, I think.
The artwork sometimes, I think it's like the Sean Murphy stuff you were talking about. Like, you like it because the artwork
Yeah.
is so good. You sort of drink in that artwork. So the story's okay. I picked up every single issue, with the 5 different covers and stuff like that. So I loved it. I thought it was fantastic.
It's interesting. And then up next, you had to.
I had to pick this. This is Skeeters by Mad Cave. I loved this little series. It was
awesome.
just a fun, silly, easy read. No big kind of meta thinking or anything like that. It's monsters invading a town, people shooting them. Do you know what I mean? You don't have to think too much about it, which sometimes is all I need when I'm reading a comic. I don't necessarily need to think in depth about what's going on. I just want to be entertained, and this is entertaining. So yeah, I will. This is the one I will definitely be picking up just to sit on my shelf. Is an easy read when I'm.
But this one again, Pete, was down to you. Like, I read this. I think I blitzed 4 or 5 issues in one sitting.
Yeah.
It was wicked. Like, it's just batshit crazy. It's just, what I'm trying to think of. It's kind of like what is it? What's that film with? I can't think where the coppers, and it all happens in one town, and everyone knows everyone's business.
Tremors.
No, that is it's Tremors. It's got that very much Tremors feel in it and stuff like that, and you kind of don't know what's going on, and no one wants to say anything. And if you ain't read this, mate, give it a read, because Kelly Williams does fantastic art on it, and it is batshit crazy. There's weed smokers in it. There's aliens. There's flying cows. There's giant bugs. It's wicked. It's just, honestly, it's so good, and it's mad.
How many issues was it?
4, I think.
Is it 4?
I think it's only. It's not many. Yeah, it's not many.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I'll give it a go.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is wicked in Mad Cave, yeah. And you didn't know much about Mad Cave before?
No. This one just kind of came by surprise. It was the covers that pulled us in, and I thought, oh, this looks interesting.
Yeah.
I loved it.
But yeah, wicked. Trade paperback. Bosh. There we go. Final order cut off. Top 3. Looking forward to what they've got coming out. There's some good ones here. So obviously this is the FOC. We say it every week. This is the cut-off period where you can get your submissions through to James at Slab Crusaders. If they're not there by 9 o'clock, you run the risk of not getting the comic that you want, which I've done numerous times throughout being associated with Slab Crusaders, and I still don't learn my bloody lesson. So before we do that, talking of Mad Caves, has anyone read Dick Tracy yet? No.
Fuzzy
you were
picked
saying
it
a
up.
couple of weeks ago you liked a bit of Dick, though, didn't you?
I love Dick. Love a bit of Dick. The more Dick, the better for me. But yeah,
Oh, Jesus. There we go. Up first. Batman. Finally, Gargoyle of Gotham issue number 3 is out. We've only waited 6 months for issue number 3, but the main cover by Raphael Grandpa is coming out. Not yet. July the 23rd.
I'm angry about this. I've lost interest, if I'm honest.
You're not the only person.
The first issue was great, but now I'm almost going to not read it just because I'm angry with it, which is silly. I will read it. Don't be stupid. Do you know what I mean? But that's how I feel. I feel like just saying, screw you. Why should we bother? Sorry.
Like we're all big fans of Jock. Andy's the uber fan of Jock, and when he did his Batman comic, he was doing the writing and the art on that, but I don't remember it taking nearly 6 to 7 months for an issue to come out. The main thing with this is that the sales have probably dropped off unless someone's got this on their pull list, because they're like, I've totally forgot that this was coming out. And the majority of people, if they did enjoy this, would have been like, do you know what, I'm done with it. I'll pick it up when it comes in trade paperback or hardback. I think I'm very much like that.
I just don't understand how you can be working for one of the biggest publishers with one of the biggest characters of all time, and you're doing like what, a 3 or a 4 issue miniseries, and you can't have at least 3 of them in the bag just to keep churning out monthly. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It feels mad to me to think that there can be such a distance between time because they're still bloody working on it. You know?
Yeah. And what that man said, that cover is so far away from issue 1. It's probably because he forgot what he did for issue 1 and 2 because they were last year.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Andy, have you been reading this?
I've not, mate. No. I've heard lots of stories about this as the first sort of appearance of this character. So there's a lot of sort of speculation about it. I didn't like it's passed me by the first 2 issues and how long it's taken. So
It's out of continuity as well, Andy. So I don't think it's going to be like a massive first up.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So that's Batman Gargoyle of Gotham issue number 3, which comes out in July. Oh, there we go. This is yours, Pete.
I knew that. I was just waiting. No, I completely forgot to put this one in. Yeah, I mean, we've just talked about Avengers Twilight, all the excited and sexiness of this series. Absolutely loving it. This is the last issue in the run. I think someone mentioned in the comments earlier on that looked like to see more in this universe. Absolutely. Give us, let's find out what the X-Men are doing in this timeline or something like that. Do you know what I mean?
That'd be wicked. Yeah.
Are those Iron Man like pulse things?
That's what I think. Yeah, I think like little repulse or something. What I would say, mind, is this cover doesn't necessarily blow us away. I don't think it's an amazing cover. But I'll be picking this one up purely because it's the last in the series, and I love the series. So yeah.
I've been, as soon as you put this up, I was like, this is a great cover, and I was very interested to see how, because at the end of the issue we see Thor fall, and obviously the rise of Hulk, as you can see on this, but how he's got, shit's going to go down. It's going to be very, very interesting to see how this done. I actually quite like this cover. I think.
Do you think it's, just looking at the colours there, is it meant to be a kind of a homage to the first Vision? Do you know that kind of red?
With the
is it Avengers 57 or something, I think?
57, isn't it?
Yeah. I don't know, it's just the colour work in the smoke in the background looks quite similar.
Yeah. I think these are going to look great, though.
It just dawned on me that all the covers that Alex Ross has done, there's kind of a it almost feels as if there's a hue over it. It's like a subtle, the colours are dampened down, and it almost feels as if that's done intentionally because obviously it's an older Avengers team and they've all grown old, so it's almost like an old photograph that's kind of withered in time. That's kind of the feeling you get when you look at these covers.
Yeah.
Wow, Dead Man said, going back to Gargoyle of Gotham, I was saving 1 and 2 to read when 3 was coming out, but having read them now and it's pretty good. But 4 will be out in November by the looks of it. So that's, see what I mean? So that's July, August, September, October. That's another 4 months. Yeah, I'm going to give up on that unless it's something amazing. No, when you've got comics like this to read every single other week, be stupid not to. I've gone for Superman issue 14 DC Comics cover D by the very talented Carla Cohen. Andy, the look, it's Superman. I've literally, this was just a pure cover buy because I think I know, having Carla on the show and having known how much work goes into a hand-drawn artistic
That's not
thing.
Lois Lane, is it?
I was going to say, I'm sorry.
That's somebody that's found Lois Lane's pass in the street and put it round her neck. That is not Lois Lane. Come on.
If it didn't have that, I mean, not to diss your cover, Charlie, because I would never
No, because
I would never do that.
This was what my opening gambit was. I haven't been reading Superman, so I don't know if this is in a parallel universe or this is someone that has literally called him to be Lois Lane.
If it didn't, it's a beautiful cover. It's a beautiful image. If it didn't say press,
you didn't know who that was.
I would never have said, "Oh, look, there's Lois Lane."
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? That doesn't, which is interesting. But like you say, I've not been reading this particular book. That might be how she's designed in the book, maybe. Maybe she's had a bit of a redesign. I don't know. Yeah.
But I just picked it purely because it was a great cover by Carla Cohen, and I like her work. But yeah, she looks about 18. Past.
It looks a bit AI.
Yeah. Similar to the one last week. Do you not think?
Yeah.
It's also as dull as dishwater. Thank you very much.
It's Superman, isn't it?
Now this one, Law, by Image Comics. This is by Ashley Wood. This is, we thought because we had power, we had wisdom. representing Ashley Wood and T.P. Louise's Law in 3 deluxe, extra length and fully relettered issues. In Law, Jennifer Bradley's journey to solve the mystery of her father's death grows increasingly bizarre as what she discovers threatens not just her existence but the entire modern society. I've totally missed something there because I was reading that. What was?
No, I could sense Peter was going to pick up his glasses and go, Jesus,
I'm trying to work out. I'm thinking, have I got a glaucoma or something? What's going on with my eyes? I kind of, what am I looking at here? What is this? Is it one of those things that when you stare at it, suddenly it makes sense or something? Or what is it?
Peter, I thought you were going to pot the black there.
This is the
on the
out of
guy.
focus sneeze cover variant. This is what it is. This is the out of focus sneeze cover variant. That's it. But yeah, this is
seriously. But do you know? Seriously, I'm not being funny. What is that? Oh, is it an upside down face?
yes, yes, it is. No, it is actually. If you rotate that, it is. Yeah, it is. Yes.
Oh,
I'm
dear.
going to go with that because I'm looking at it. If you rotate that, it's an upside down face. There we go. Yes. And
It looks like the back end of a cat.
Keep an eye on this cover, ladies and gents, because we're going to be talking about it in a few weeks' time, I would imagine, on shit covers of the week.
We probably will be. I reckon. I would say so. Yeah. But just before we go over to the sneak peek of the week, let's have a look at the votes. So in third position is me with the flat forehead. 11%. We've got Andy in second position with 41%, and then we've got Peter running away with it with 49% of the votes.
See,
Look at that, ladies and
Well
gentlemen.
done.
Look
On your
at
reprint
that.
ones.
Yeah.
At
Thank
that.
you.
But a little bit something different. Obviously, this is the sneak peek for next week. But before we do that, the sneak peek for next week is we've got Free Comic Book Day, which is on next Saturday. So this is obviously where everyone who wants a comic comes out of the woodwork and goes to their local comic book shop and goes, oh, I love comics. And then, I'm going to get the first appearance and then flip them on eBay. For all the proper comic lovers out there, like myself, Andy, Peter, and everyone else in the chat, we're just going to go through what the comics we've got
I'll
coming
be
out.
flipping them.
Of course you will. I was trying to be kind and polite. So obviously they tier it down to like gold and silver. For the gold, we've got the Blood Hunt X-Men issue number 1. We've got the Disney Encanto and Turning Red. We have I think this is the highly anticipated one, the Energon Universe. We've got Hellboy and Stranger Things. Johnny Quest, love that, from Dynamite. Johnny Quest, who used to watch the TV show? Anyone watch the TV show?
Yeah.
Love that. We've got Pokemon, Ralph. Ruby, Alpha, Sapphire, and Splatoon. We have Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, which is, I think they release one every single free comic book day. This one's pretty interesting. The World of James Tynion. This is, I don't know if this is just going to be a photo book of all these stories, horror stories that he's done, or are they going to be little shorts that might be quite interesting to get. Ultimate Spider-Man issue number 1. We've got Andy's favourite. I think you mentioned you were picking this up, Andy, Unicorn Crush. And then we've got Witches of Brooklyn issue number 1. So there's some good covers out there. I don't think it's the strongest free comic book day. Moving on to silver, we've got the Cursed Library Prelude of Archie Horror. We've got Asterix Olympics, Boombox 10th anniversary.
Stop there. Asterix Olympics. Who remembers the old Asterix?
The Asterix Novelix.
Yes.
Oh, mate.
Used to love them. We've got Boombox, which is obviously Boom Studios, and that on the cover of that is there's a book, I can't remember what it is. She's
I know what.
do you know the one I'm talking about?
Is it Zenny or
Zezu or something? Yeah, Zezu. Yeah. We've got Conan the Barbarian, Battle Black Stone. We have Cursed Verse, Blighted Dawn. We've got Doctor Who, for all you Doctor Who fans out there. We've got Dying Inside. This one I'm looking forward to. I Lie Popeye. Love Popeye. Used to love the TV series. Far Cry, Cold the Herd, Flash Gordon. Gannibal. from Ablaze Publishing. Mad Cave, we've got Gatchaman. We have Initial D and Kana of A Great Snow. We've got the Investigators. We have Katie Capsis. So this is kind of like the kids cartoons now. We've got Loud House, which my kids absolutely love to watch. Maleficent from Dynamite. We have Marvel and Fantagraphs Atlantis Comics Library. Marvel Voices, Monster High. We've got Night Librarian, One Piece Aces Stories, Overstreet Guide, Romeo vs. Juliet, Snoopy Beagles. We've got Spidey and His Amazing Friends. One for you here, Andy. Star Wars issue number 1. We've got Star Wars Plants vs. Zombies.
So that's the book to pick up, ladies and gents.
The Star Wars one.
If you're going to pick up more than one, it would be that book.
Are all Rebel survivors stranded on Hoth? Luke Skywalker, Leia Organa, Lando Calrissian, and Chewbacca mount a dangerous rescue mission to Echo Base. Lightsabers, blasters, stormtroopers, all-out action amongst the wreckage of AT-AT walkers. There we go. Street Fighters vs. Final Fight, The Valiants, Tons of Strange, Ultra Duck Sampler, and Unicorn Awakening. So there's some decent comics coming out there. As I mentioned, I don't think it's the strongest free comic book day.
I don't know what your local shops are like, but it frustrates the hell out of me because both of mine in Newcastle, got Forbidden Planet and The Traveller Man, you don't actually pick your books. You walk in and they hand you a bag with 5 books in. So you could get utter cack, which kind of defeats the purpose. People want to read what they're interested in. If I get a book full of bloody My Little Pony and Monster High, I'm not interested,
I have to say, the only, sorry Andy to cut you off, mate, Place in Space do it well. You can queue up and you can pick, they lay it out and you can pick 5 comics.
Yeah.
5 comics that you want, because they're very much of the opinion of why they're going to give away comics that no one's going to read. Whether they're free or not, you don't want to throw it away. So
yeah,
Place in Space do that. And Forbidden Planet, literally go in and they give you a book, give you a bag, and you look for it. Oh, I don't know. They're just random bags.
Yeah.
I think people have ruined Free Comic Book Day. I think when it first started, the whole point of it was to get people into local comic shops.
Yeah.
It's obviously changed now.
But
what? Go on, Peter.
But to be fair, I don't think that's just the general public like us. I think that's the comic companies, because they've purposefully started sneaking first appearances, keys, and things like that into these books to kind of get interest, which attracts people in the know, but doesn't attract new readers to comics. Do you know what I mean? Imagine if you had a standard Transformer comic that any kid could pick up and read. That's great. But now we've got this limited to 20 or whatever. You think, well, you're missing your chance to get new readers interested.
Yeah,
because you guarantee me and Von Hood are getting 10 copies each if we can,
Absolutely. No, but I've seen it myself in the LCS. Is like you'll get so many new people in because there's free stuff, but what you'll actually get is you'll get the mums and dads getting in with the kids, so that they pick up. Just if something's free, you're going to pick up lots of them. But what absolutely grates me is when you walk outside and you see them stuffed into bins, or you see them lying on the street. And it's just a complete waste. I think the positive is that it's an opportunity, to take your kids or to take your nephews and nieces to an LCS and pick up some kids' comics. Us old speculators will obviously try and pick up a comic to flip it if we can. At least I will.
No, definitely. So the Killer Collect sneak peek for next week. These are the 4 comics that are going live in about 10 minutes on the YouTube community tab for you to pick up. As Andy mentions, Infernals, absolute no-brainer. Looking forward to that one if it gets chosen. Peter?
Right, yeah. So we picked these comics, didn't we, earlier in the week, of ones that we're excited to read. And I've picked Creature from the Black Lagoon because I've been talking about it for a while. I know, and then Andy messaged to say it's not the best.
No,
so
it's not.
Well, I ain't read it yet, so if you guys are saying it's not, and Ram V, as I've said before, is hitty missy. So I'm going to be honest. I don't want to promote this. I don't want to promote this. Yeah. I don't want to talk about this next week. I'd rather talk about Duke and Infernals, if I'm honest. But yeah, my pick is Creature from the Black Lagoon. Lives. If you want to pick it, crack on. Yeah, but.
I've picked Feral because I'm interested to see where this goes. Much to the begrudging regret of Andy's if this gets picked. And then also I've gone for Duke number 5 as well because this story, along with Cobra Commander have been fucking
slush,
awesome.
slush.
Cobra Commander's really picked up. Really picked up. So yeah, so the two.
Have you read Feral 2? Have you read it?
Not yet, no.
No.
Have you?
No, I haven't
Okay.
read it.
So yeah. Von Hoop
I
said it's
did
still
read
open.
Ultimate Spider-Man 4 this week.
Yep.
And I also read that Blue Lagoon, or the Black Lagoon, which was pretty crap. And then I read Drawing Blood, issue number 1 by Image Comics.
Oh yeah.
Just because it was Kevin Eastman who was
Mhm.
doing
Oh yeah.
the writing, I think he was doing on it, and the artwork on it. And it was okay. It was a decent enough story.
Von Hooter said that Duke was great. Agreed. Feral 2 is okay. Creature is okay, but not much of a horror book. Okay. So, and then Peter said, if anyone can get me a copy of Transformers, I'll love you forever.
Just getting in there, you know.
Well, it's not really Transformers though. It's the Energon universe. So it's an amalgamation of all of them. So, but if I will be going because my boys have come to me for the first time. And it's like, oh my god, they've come to me for the first time and they've asked if they can go to Free Comic Book Day. So I'll be able to get some. So if I can pick you up one, mate, I will get you one.
See, I'm away on Saturday, so there's the chances of me getting to it are going to be slim. I have to be honest. But
are you going to be in London though?
Oh, of course I will. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm away, but yeah, I'll be able to go to Forbidden Planet.
You'll be able to head to Forbidden Planet.
Yeah. And, good stuff.
Yeah, you'll be able to head there. Shaftesbury Avenue.
I'll give it a shot.
Yeah, all right, mate. So yeah, so that is that. So then over to the Killer Scoreboard now, and I think it's a landslide. The votes haven't changed. I'm still in last place with 11%. Andy is in second place with 42%, and then Peter has run away with it this week. Well, I say run away with it. He's 5% of the votes, 47%. There you go. It's a two-horse race this year, I think, between you and Andy.
Yeah. You could still catch up, Charlie. You could.
Hey, don't forget about Tom. Tom's like
yeah. Tom's still there.
from behind.
Yeah, there we go. Like a good old. I don't know where I'm going with this. I'm going to stop. But yeah, well done, Peter. Great pick. Yeah, I think that was all great covers apart from my flathead forehead one, but it's all good. And then here we are, the bit of housekeeping that everyone loves. Instagram, Geeky Eye Comics. You can find me there. You can find me over Twitter, wherever you want to find me. There's not much going on, but just check it out. Give me a follow, give me a sub, do what you want to do. Don't waste your time. YouTube royalty, Mr. Triple Man Like G.
Yeah, so loads going on as usual, lots and lots of videos and all that kind of cack on the channel. We will be doing Saturday Night Live as usual, and then Monday night is my Monday toy show, I think it is. So yeah, loads of stuff happening. And please do go check out One Good Scare. We're kind of doing really well on that channel. I think we're up to 350 maybe subs or something already, so we're doing very well on that one. So please do go and have a look at that and subscribe if you like horror content.
And then Andy, you luscious man.
Instagram.com/perpetual.comics and on Twitter. If you want to come and give me a follow.
Coolio. So before we get on to the pickups that I haven't forgotten this week, Von Hooter said it leaked earlier that SDCC is getting an exclusive toy set with Jetfire based on the Skybound series and Derek and What's Her Face from Void Rivals. Interesting. I ordered my FCBD stuff online.
I didn't know you could do that. Can you order them from your shop?
Send us a link, Kev, if you can.
Yeah.
Be interesting.
Kev's in America, isn't he?
Right.
Oh, okay. That's why then. Because it's all different over there, isn't it? It's all different over there.
It's a special.
Right. So it's that time of the week. Pick up galore. Who wants to go first?
I've got some sexy stuff.
Going in.
Okay, we'll leave you till last then. I've only got a couple, believe it or not. I picked this up on Whatnot through Comic Sam, and this is World of Warcraft issue number 2. This is the second printing, Jim Lee variant from 2008. So got this for a really good price. And it's in great condition and arrived in fantastic packaging. So cheers to my man Sam. And next up, one of my favourites is the series Haunt. So I'm at the point now where I've got all the issues in the run. I think there's 28 issues in the run. And I'm now going back and picking up like the 1s and 10s. So this is the Ryan Otley 1 in 10 for issue number 1. and I was happy enough to pick that up. And yeah, that was me. I've probably got 2 this week.
I
Very
have.
cool.
When I first started out as Geeky Guy Comics, I interviewed a Marvel artist called Rio Enedito, and I've spoken to him. I started, in 2018, and I still speak to him now. I just want to give him a massive, massive shout out because in the post, what was it? I think it was on Saturday, he'd sent me 3 art books.
Oh, tremendous.
So this is art book 1, I think, yeah, art book, what is this? Art book, volume 1, volume 2, Deadpool in the back there, and then volume 3 as well. He sent me, these are awesome. Like some of the, when you look at stuff like this,
Oh, yeah.
like just these pure artworks, like they're just, I mean, look at that Zatanna and Catwoman. These are full of his artwork, and it's just amazing. So massive, massive shout out to him for sending me that. There's so many. I might put a few of these up on Instagram just to say thank you. And then my little boy's school, they had like a travelling book day where they kind of took over part of their school, and you could buy 3 books for the price of 2. I picked up this for £1.
Oh, Dogman's
Dogman.
great.
Oh my God, right.
Not seeing that.
It is just, it's honestly, it's just such an easy read, right? They're literally like, this is how I remember comics, right? Just literally the 6 panels, massive oversized.
Is that the artwork for Thundercats?
Yeah, no, it's better. It's better than the artwork for Thundercats. But these are just great. Like, and this is from the same publisher and writer as Captain Underpants.
Yeah.
And stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, and it's a pretty solid book for £1 as well, right? It's so good. So yeah, massively into that. Dave Pilkey, massive shout out to you. But that's all my pickups. I enjoyed
Very
that.
cool. Very
Go on, Peter.
I haven't got many. So, Whatnot. I went on Whatnot last week, and Andy told us off. But I went on Whatnot, and I bid on, I can't even remember how much I paid for it, but I bid on 2 blind boxes. We might have told you in the show last week that I bid on.
Yeah.
I was trying to win. What was I trying to win, Andy? Interconnecting covers for Thundercats or something.
It was like a Thundercats blind box. It was through Armageddon's.
Do you remember how much I paid per pack? I can't remember.
£7 each.
£7 each, plus postage. This is what I got. Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, canny. That'll go in my giveaway box. I quite like this one.
Box.
That's quite nice. That's an old school kind of Jetfire. So, that's from Void Rivals #1. So that was quite nice. I like that. I picked this up. You remember me and Efren interviewed Livio Ramondelli?
Yep.
Is that right?
Yep.
Yeah. I didn't realise that he did the cover art for the Transformers the movie Blu-ray Steelbox.
Oh,
So
cool.
I've picked that up, and I'm going to send it over to him in the States. I've been chatting with him, and he's going to sign it for us. Hopefully he might do a little remark or something. But yeah, I'm going to send it.
Hopefully, if you send it all the way over to him, he should do something.
I'm asking. He's doing a couple of blank commissions for us as well. So hopefully he may, even if he scribbles something on the back or something.
Yeah.
But yeah. But
You have to do it in the inside, Peter.
the inside. Oh yeah, yeah.
You won't get damaged.
Yeah, that'll be cool. Yeah. So yeah, I'll send that over to him. And then last, our good pal over at Redstars Comics. He's a naughty man. He's a naughty man. He had something in his shop, and I had eyed it up. And I didn't buy it. And then he messaged us the next day and said, I'll do you a bit of a deal if you want it, because I know you're a Thor fan. And I'm not meant to collect. I'm not meant to collect trading cards.
Hold on, can I just say, this goes against what Andy's been trying to help you with.
What is that?
That's a signed Roy Thomas first appearance. Microphone.
That's pretty awesome, though, man.
CG, is it a CGC? PSA graded trading card, near mint, but signed by Roy Thomas, who's obviously a massive name in Marvel Comics. Took over as editor-in-chief after good old Stan the Man. Wrote a whole host of books, and his Thor run was one of my favourite runs of Thor. So, yeah, I had to pick this up. But am I going to need more cards now?
No,
So I've been talking to wrestlers and saying, like, I don't have any graded trading cards. I've got lots and lots of trading cards, but I want to get down that rabbit hole.
Yeah. This is very
I'm
sexy, I have to say.
I'm so jealous.
Never had a graded trading card before, but they are. And it's a nice card as well,
Yeah.
It's like silver etched around the edges and things like that, and
Right.
Oh, yeah.
hand signed. So yeah, just nice, very nice. So I like that. I like that a lot.
Very, very nice.
Enjoy.
Right.
Buzz.
That's not all, though, is it, Andy?
Oh,
That's not all.
yes.
No, yes.
Thanks,
Wink,
segue.
wink,
Thanks.
nudge,
Talk amongst yourselves until I get this ready.
Just gonna work amongst us.
So, Claire Prescott won 2 weeks ago.
Yep.
Some free comics. I hope you, Claire, if you're watching the rewind, I hope you got them. I hope you enjoyed them. And I said last week that anybody who leaves a comment on the show, I'd put them in the wheel. So I didn't forget, and I do have the wheel in front of me. So I am just going to share my screen here. Okay, so we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people who left a comment. So again, guys, thanks so much for leaving a comment. It really does help a massive amount. I checked this about an hour ago, so if anybody's added a comment afterwards, tough. Let's what do we do? Shuffle these. How many times? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times. So
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we hit this, don't we?
Yep.
Good luck,
Good
everybody.
luck. Spin, spin, spin the wheel of justice. Where it ends, nobody knows. Hoot, hoot. What a worthy winner.
Von Hoots.
Yeah, well done.
Mal strikes again. Well done, sir.
Congratulations, Dr. Von Hoot. If you want to slip into my DMs, let me know what your address is,
Yeah,
and I will send you some comics.
There we go. Well done.
Good stuff. Congrats.
Another awesome show, guys. Thank you very much. I say it every week for spending Thursday with me with this Cockney twat that no one can understand. So thank you very much for that. Everyone in the chat, we appreciate you. So thank you. As always, leave a comment. It helps tickle the algorithm. And yeah, you never know. I might give away some comics if anyone wants to comment next week. I think we've all done it now, so I think it's only right that it's my turn. So yes, if we get comments again on the show, not this one, in the comments of the actual replay and what's posted on YouTube, post that. We'll give away some comics next week and stuff like that. Why not? Eh? Yeah.
Good stuff.
So guys, thank you very much. Hope you have a good weekend. Hope everyone in the chat has a good weekend. Enjoy whatever you're doing. James T. Keegan, hoot hoot.
Here you go.
Here you go. Good evening, folks. Thank you very much. But yes, look forward to seeing you next week, Peter, on Thursday, and then meeting up for a few beers on either Saturday or Sunday. Should be a good one. Guys, thank you very much. Have a good weekend, and we shall see you next week, same time, same place. See you later.
See ya.
Good night, guys.